Hey guys, Monday, March the 4th, 2024. Time to check out these uranium stocks. It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. I warned you. Let's start with Cap. There's four horsemen, I call them. One is uranium spot, uranium futures. If I can spell that right, or letters. And then you got Cap, Kazatomprom. I can say it now. And then you got CCJ. Those are your four horsemen. And so far, Kazatomprom is having a tough time trying to stay above 40. So far, still in buy zone, but once you take out 34.70, that's going to be a sell signal. But, you know, there is a trend line right here. Maybe you'll find support if it gets down there. But if we look at the daily, we're borderline sell signal. So be cautious out there if you're holding Kazatomprom. Be careful. 38.75. Once that triggers, it could push lower. So keep that in mind. Let's go to the next stock. NLR. Couldn't stay. Well, you know what? It bounced here. Where's it at? 74.41. That's somewhere around here. Yep, just below the supply zone. And I'm sure this the daily is still probably positive. I don't want to keep going. Actually, you know, it's in a sell signal. Yeah, can't stay in the supply zone. So that's an ETF for nuclear. Got this nice bounce. Obviously, it will happen. Bulls and bears will fluctuate. But so far on the daily, there's a sell signal. NXE. So far, this one's pretty strong compared to the ones I've seen. Very strong at $7.57. On the daily, I don't think there's no sell signal. Actually, you know what it is? The sell signal still remains as of February 20th. It popped. So you got a buy signal with the algo, but it's pulled back. So it's pretty much an inside day. Let's see if it could take out 792 or really take out 670. So this is going to be your area of chop. Where the bears and the bulls want to take it, I have no clue, but we'll find out. URG, supply zone 215 all the way to $1.95. And it's pulled back and still sell signal since February the 15th on the daily. So I felt bad for you. I didn't have like anything on it, so I put a supply zone 1139. There goes the markets. They close 942, and you got a sell zone or sell signal. As of February the 12th on the weekly. You can tell that's weak. And on the daily, we've had it since the 13th. And so far, it's finding support down here, 595. In order to go long, you at least need to close above pretty much $7. But that's Rio. Interesting. Rio's a strong stock too. It's not cheap. And, you know, we're like in this range right here. Let's see if something's going to give here. It's creating a triangle pattern. And so far, as of Monday, we have a sell signal on the weekly. Just kicked in. And the daily, I'm assuming, has a sell signal. Yep. Since February the 13th, it's pushing lower. So Rio's not looking too good. Rio Tinto. CCJ, one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. There you go, right here. Cap news, production shortage, pump and dump news setup. One of the best I've seen. Look at that big candle. Stalled at 51.33, pulled back. Hasn't taken out 37.79. World's biggest uranium miner warns of production shortage. Kazatomprom. One of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. and hasn't taken out that yet. But let's see. It can't stay and penetrate the supply zone, which is the bear camp. If we look at the daily, we had a sell signal with the algo on February the 8th, and so far that sell signal has been pretty good. Swing pivot low, February the 2016. Let's see if we can retrace. I'm thinking maybe this is going to be an ABC pattern. Possible wave 5 right here. So 1, 2, 3, and then maybe correct and try to retest these highs right here. That's what I'm speculating, but it's going to take some while to play out. Or worst case scenario, we just kind of grind sideways here until something gives. Let's go into the weekly and go back to UEC. UEC pulled back, found support at this trend line around 626. Cracked this trend line. No sell signal unless you take out 595. But retreated from the bear camp. But you did have a sell signal on February the 20th, and it found support at this trend line. Hasn't even kissed the 61.8, which is that 584, and now is gonna back test this trend line to see if it could close above it. If it could close above it, in order to get a buy signal, you need to at least close above 742, and that's very close to the supply zone. So it's gonna be very risky, but to each their own. To each their own. Let's see. Uroy, the only thing I own on the uranium sector. Some people say like, wow, that's the only thing you own. Yep. I used to own Cameco. I used to own, what is it? UEC and DNN. I got rid of everything. And the only thing I got is UROY, Uranium Royalty. And it's not doing too good. It's very weak. And I wouldn't be surprised if it tests at least 181. If there's going to be a serious pullback, but if it's going to retrace, it could probably be an ABC pattern with everybody else. Hasn't given a sell signal on the weekly, but definitely a sell signal on the daily. But I continue to hold on to it just to see how it all going to play out. That's the only skin in the game I got. Only skin in the game. URNM. Not bad. Chopping in the supply zone. What is this? 51.75 to 47.42 in there. No sell signal on the weekly, so it's not that bad. What am I doing here? Let's go to the daily. I just want to see what's cooking on the daily. But we do have a sell signal as of February the 20th. But chopping in this, so it's not that bad. It's holding this supply zone. And it's just going back and forth. Not selling, but not grinding higher. So let's see how we close this week. Let's go to the weekly again and look our URA, popular ETF on uranium. Nice little bounce up here, penetrating the supply zone. So let's see if we could stay above 28.49 and maybe grind higher and maybe test this high. But we'll see. At the daily sell signal as of the 20th. So nothing's really changed. If it can stay above here, could maybe test this low and see maybe we have a failed new low, or maybe this is the beginning of an A, B, and then C correction. I got two more. SRUUF, Sprott Physical Uranium. This is a baby stock. And so far, it's got a sell signal as of this week. Just started. Took out that low. It's around 1982 around there, fluctuating around there. So we got a sell signal on the weekly on Sprott Physical. And we also got, on the daily, we had it already on the 22nd. Sell signal. And this could probably be your target right here, 1857. Same thing. Probably an ABC pattern if it plays out. But we don't know yet. For correction. Let's see. And lastly, DNN. This is one I owned. And so far, this trend line has been holding pretty well. I got this nice bounce last week and penetrated the supply zone. Looks like now it's pulling back to like 185. So let's look at the daily and see if it's holding. Yep, still in a sell signal as of the 20th. So yeah, could it just be an ABC fail new high, maybe test a high and pull back? We'll see. As long as uranium futures and uranium spots continue pushing lower, it's going to drag the U sector down. And well, you know what's funny too is that last year, maybe a couple of years ago, I remember when the equities would sell off, the uranium sector would just follow. This time, the equities are pretty strong, but the U sector is falling apart. Interesting. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Just giving you my thoughts. Watch uranium futures. 106-ish is the line in the sand. I'm assuming in the future is going to test that 45-degree 1x1 and see if it tests it and then see if it could break through. But so far, that's your resistance. And right now, we're kind of grinding sideways to lower unless we could take out these highs. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the uranium sector.